What time is it? It's 12:50. My voice sounds weird because I've been having coughing fits. Last week, I started coming down with a little something, and I can't fix my voice. It's just like this. So if it sounds too disgusting for you or unbearable to listen to, you're free to click out. It's just how it is right now. But came down with the Rona. That's it. I am fully vaccinated, but that is that Rona. Like, you're next. Mine really was a 1 day actual sickness. So I had like achy joints, I was coughing, fever, and then the next day it got better, and then now I'm just left with a cough that won't go away. It won't go away. I'm just ready to go back to work. I had picked up, this is the crazy thing though, I had picked up a 5th day to work this month. So I was originally only working 4 days a week for a very, very long time. But like the situation at home with like living with just the building is just, I just couldn't do it anymore. So I was like, let me work a 5th day to up my money. See how working 5 days a week in December goes, because we are looking for another place to move to very soon, because we just can't stand living here. That's a story. That's what this video is about. Neighbors from hell, all 4 directions, left, right, up, down. They all are in their levels, so not so bad to just straight shit levels. So, but yeah, I decided to take a 5th day because the anxiety of just coming home and then being home on my day off by myself. I couldn't do it anymore. I was just like, I just rather work more than be home. So yeah, even on my days off, I wasn't home because I was just finding things to do, like going grocery shopping, doing laundry, and that would take me hours in a day because I don't have a car right now. So taking public transportation in itself is a lot of work and time consuming. So I wasn't home on my days off, and that was starting to wear on me. But I'm just like, I can't be home. I was avoiding being home as much as possible, just really here to sleep, eat, shower, and then repeat my day somewhere like work. And I was doing good, I was making money, I was happy, and then bam, Rona. I was like, oh hell no, just cut into my money. But I was dreading staying home too. I was like, oh man, this place gonna drive me insane. Like I was having anxiety just thinking about being home. It's gone better than what I originally thought, which was, thank God, because I don't know how it would have been if it was actually terrible. So it's not as bad as what I pictured. But yeah, I'm ready to go to work. The main rant is this place is a shithole. My neighbors are a shithole. Well, on this side that I live on, because in this building, there's a left and there's a right, and I live on the shit right. Because it seems like the left side is a whole lot quieter and less ghetto than the side that I live on. I'm making this video because I'm so pissed, and I'm trying not to be pissed. I'm trying to enjoy the rest of my day. But like, I'm just mad. Well, let me tell you why I'm mad. It's been a few weeks now, and I was thinking, oh, you know what? It's probably me. I'm probably hearing things when I'm asleep. Because when you sleep and you're in the middle of kind of sleep, waking up, that weird transition, especially like when you have to get up to go to the bathroom. So I would think I hear something drop, but wasn't 100% sure. I've caught it a few times, but I was just like, that can't be every day. I gotta be hearing something. I told my father about it. She was like, oh, they're probably doing that on purpose. I was like, no, like, who would do that? Drop something in the middle at 4 almost 5 a.m. in the morning every single day, randomly drop something. But it confirmed my suspicions this morning. I was asleep. I was in the transition of waking up because I had to go, you gotta wake up to go pee. But it was just like, do I want to go pee? Or can I sleep for a few more hours before I actually wake up? So I kind of like drifted back to sleep, and then bam, they dropped something on the floor, and it like woke me up. Like my heart was pounding, and I was so pissed. Like I was like, no. So I took the broom and was like, bam, bam, bam. Like have more respect. And I'm just like, how are y'all every single morning? I was like, so that is true. You guys are dropping something, what, marbles or whatever every single morning around. It's like between 4:43 and 5:30 a.m. just dropping something. Because a few times I've woken up hearing it, and I'll check the time and then go back to sleep to remember. I'm like, who does that? Like you're deliberately dropping something that early in the morning, knowing people are asleep. Let me get into the neighbors from hell from these two words. The shittiest of the shit people here. So the least worst neighbors from hell is actually on this side. I'm in the kitchen. And this is they're a nice little family. It's a husband, wife, and their 2 little kids and a cat. Now, we can hear everything in this building. The walls, floors, ceilings are paper thin. That's the reason why I can hear your phone buzzing on the nightstand upstairs. That's how thin the walls are. But anyway, so why are there neighbors from hell? Well, I don't want to say they're not that bad. If they got their cat neutered or spayed, fixed. They never got the cat fixed. I've been living here since too long. Since 2015. I'm ready to be out of here. Since 2015. And they've had that cat for how many years? I don't know. Maybe 3, 4 years. I don't think they had him when we were here initially. Maybe so. I don't know. But we used to think in the beginning, like, were they torturing their cat? Because that cat would scream like it's being tortured, and we would just be like listening from the living room. You could just hear the cat screaming. That's how thin these walls are. The cat would just be screaming, and we're just like, what they doing to the cat? And my mother had mentioned it, like, oh, you have a cat, that's cool. And I don't know how my mother brought it up, but they ended up telling her that they didn't get the cat fixed yet. So it's in heat. Whenever it's in heat, it makes that noise. And how long ago they told my mother that? Like over a year or 2 ago. And that cat still, every so often, screaming bloody murder. I thought the kids were like torturing it or something like that, but no. I guess I feel like they have it in a cage sometimes, and it just be screaming its little lungs out. That's basically it. Okay. Number 2, neighbors from hell. In the living room. I'm not gonna walk to the room, but in the living room is the other neighbors. It's a mother, her grown daughter, and then her grown daughter's little daughter. And I think a male lives there too. I think his family. Excuse me. That's a notch up in the level of neighbors from hell, because we have to hear all of their arguing over there. And sometimes it'd be like almost time to like call the police type of argument or physical altercation. It'd be mostly the adult daughter and her daughter, and because it's just terrible to hear her how she talks to her daughter. When I tell you these walls are thin, these walls are thin. So when you hear her talking to her daughter, she's calling her like, I hate you. Um, you're not gonna be this, you're not gonna be that. Why are you doing this in school? And the little girl, she's been talking to this girl like this since like, I don't know, like 6, 7, because she's not that much older. She's gotta be like right now, maybe 13, maybe 12. I don't know. She's tall. I've seen her a few times now, this year. That girl is tall. She looking like she 15, but she's not 15. She's like 12 or something, because her mom is tall. But yeah, she be talking to her daughter terribly. Like, I've cried a few times listening to her, how she screams at her daughter, because I'm just like, how could you say those words like, I hate you, like, I wish I never had you, or something like that to your daughter. And your daughter is so young, she's internalized every word that you say to her. So, like, when she was little, I used to see her, happy, and now, like, you know how kids look happy and cheerful? It's not in her face. You can't see it in her face. She just has a long face. And I'm just like, it's that mother. So I hear her cursing out her daughter, mostly because of school, or if she's on Instagram or Snapchat, I guess doing inappropriate things, she'll say those horrible words to her. And something happened when she was doing something sexual. But I'm just like, if your daughter's doing something sexual at a young age, you got to figure out, where is that coming from? Is she seeing you doing it? Because we would hear her bring men into the house and having sex with them. So you having sex with men while your daughter's in the next room listening to that? Are the men that you're bringing over when you're asleep telling her things? Like, you, instead of talking to your daughter like that, sit down with her, talk to her, figure out how she has that type of information, or where she's getting that information from, why is she feeling the way she's feeling at such a young age, instead of beating on her, yelling at her. So yeah, that's the craziness that we have to listen to every so often. Her beating on her daughter, or cursing her out terribly, or her going at it with her own mother, the grandma. So it's always something over there. Then the third worst neighbors from hell is upstairs. It's just gotten progressively worse. So when we first moved here, it was a little, family there, and the kids would like run around, but it would be so crazy. Like, the floors are thin, so try to be more considerate, even though they're kids. Like, every once in a while, tell them to walk. Don't be so rough, running around, dropping stuff, just rolling craziness, especially late at night. So we would complain to the management, and that kind of got under control. And then they moved out after a while, and then another little family moved in, and that wasn't too much. I think they were the best out of everyone that's moved in and out upstairs. Last year, a woman and her mystery pet moved in, and I thought that was a nightmare upstairs. I don't know what pet she had. She's trying to claim she had 2 cats. It wasn't 2 cats, because you would never hear it make noise, like audibly make noise. So I knew it wasn't a dog, it wasn't a cat. I thought maybe she had like a huge overgrown rabbit or a reptile of some sort, because you would hear it like drag something behind it. It's hard to explain, but it was crazy. That pet was, my mother called it the experiment, and I called it like a dinosaur, because it was just, I either called it a dinosaur or a monster, because I was just like, she don't have cats, it's not a cat. It had a heavy toy that it played with, so I don't know what toy it had, but it will drop it. It was just like made this hard bang on the floor every time it played with it. I was like, what cat is playing with a hard ass toy like that? I think she had some type of reptile, honestly. I don't know. Maybe not, because then when you hear it run, it would like gallop. That's just things. I think things sound different when you don't know exactly what it is. So I thought she had a miniature horse at one point, like a miniature horse, pony, whatever. Cause it's not like it was galloping. So yeah, we were so happy when she moved. She moved early. She moved. She was only here 1 year. Thank God, because her mystery pet was beyond noisy, and she had it in the room above me. That was the pet room. I believe it's the pet room because we've been upstairs because we were looking at it when it was vacant at one point to see if we wanted to move up there, but we ended up against it because they gave the false price of it. You know, for what they were asking for, it wasn't worth it. But anyway, yeah, she had the pet room right above the room I'm sleeping in, so that thing will be out like 12 midnight, just making mad noise, and you trying to go to sleep because you had to go to work, and it's just doing whatever pet minds want to do. So in the beginning, I had sent her, a friendly note like, oh, I think you have a pet above, and my bedroom's right below, so can you just, like, if you can, like, buy rugs for us, because the floors are thin, so I can hear everything. If you could buy rugs for it, place it down for it to, run around, play, that would be fine. Or have it, like, late at night if you need to have it out. Like, I don't believe your animal should be caged in 24/7 or all through the night. Like, if it has to be out, it has to be out. But have it out, like, in the bathroom or in the hallway or in the kitchen. Not like in the bedroom where someone's sleeping right under there. So she was a nightmare. It was those things with her pet. That was the main issue. And then her wanted to, I think she was playing like video games or something like early in the morning. And that's fine if you want to play video games, but you gotta have it all the way up, like the volume. Now, the new tenants that moved in is a family, I guess. And I think they have a pet too. I don't know. Look, I'm not against pets, but just have them. It's like they always in the room that I'm in. You have 2 bedrooms. Why are they not on the other side? And you sleep in this bedroom under me. I mean, over above me. I don't know, but with them dropping everything, not dropping everything, like they're just loud, regardless, which is fine because we're planning on moving anyway. So we weren't complaining or anything because we were just like, we're just over it. We're just gonna move. But when you're deliberately, I don't know why I'm having trouble with that word. When you're deliberately dropping something randomly, like 4 or 5 in the morning, knowing that people are asleep, that's just straight evil. And this morning just cut it for me, so I sent an email to management. I know they're not gonna respond because they don't care. They just collect rent and keep them moving. They hardly want to fix things here. So the worst of the worst neighbors from hell is the guy downstairs. Worst ever since we moved in. He's been a literal nightmare. Just with his music, he's just a bully. Like, you can't even walk on your floor. You can't. He don't want you to walk on your floors. He don't want you to drop a penny on the floor because I've dropped a penny before, and he went ballistic by turning on his music and blasting it. Because I dropped a penny, I've dropped a pen. Like, you're crazy. There's a difference when you're dropping something by mistake, every so often, when you're dropping stuff deliberately. The people upstairs drop deliberately. We drop occasionally. You just can't help it. But yeah, he play his music constantly, every single day for 6, 7, 8 hours. I'm not even lying. Like, I've written multiple emails, sent letters about this guy. We've called the police every time, to the point where the police was like, we can't do anything about it. That's between you and it's between you and the landlord management. Like, if they can't fix it, I don't know what to tell y'all. So yeah, I couldn't take it anymore. So I was like recording every time he had his music just blasting. it was just like vibrating, rumbling, the walls, the floors, everything. And it was getting to me mentally, like it was just fucking with me mentally, like every day. And like from living here, like I believe I didn't have that much anxiety before moving here, but moving here, my anxiety has been like through the roof. Like even getting off of work, and when I'm downstairs about to walk into the building, not even about to walk into the building, when I'm getting off the bus, my heart starts like I have to prepare myself to go into the building, because I'm just like, okay, he's probably playing the music right now. Let me like, I just stiffen up, and I hate living like that. So that's just, I'm just ready to go, looking for an apartment to move out of here. But yeah, the playing his horrible music, the loudness of it, him cursing us out every time we walk, flush the toilet, drop something, him listening on our conversation when I'm talking to my mother's talking to me, him chiming in, like it's just ridiculous. So that's the worst. Utter complete trash. That's the type of person that he is. Utter complete trash. Like I don't want to say it, but you know when some people, it's just a waste of breath. It's just sometimes there are people whose existence is like, why are you here? Basically, home every single day. He don't work. I guess he's on some type of um, assistance or whatever. That's none of my business. But like, it gets to you when someone's affecting your living, your quality of living, because the quality of living here is already pretty poor. But then you have people that contribute to it and knowingly contribute to it. They're a piece of shit, and he's a piece of shit, and he's the top of the neighbors from hell, top of the list, neighbors from hell, down below. So yeah, like everybody who knows me know about the situation with the guy downstairs. Most definitely, like I posted it on my Instagram story, just talking about it. It's just like, who do you turn to when like the management can't even do anything? Cops can't do anything. Management can do something, but they won't do anything because what they said he pays his rent. So if you pay your rent, you could be a menace to wherever you live in. Basically, you could be a menace. Oh, I pay rent, so I could do whatever I want. That's the mentality pretty much here. People play the music so loud and just are not considerate of nobody. And over the years, we'd have to kind of conform to that. So we'd have to like have our TV up loud so we can hear our TV, have our music up loud so we can hear our music. Because people don't care. It's 7 a.m. Why I'm gonna, they go, that's how they are. It's like, it's 7 a.m. Why am I gonna care about that person living under me, next to me, above me? I'm gonna play my music. That's the mentality, at least on this side of the building. So, yeah, complete trash. This whole building. There's so many problems with this building anyway, but it's complete trash. And I just try to, remain grateful because we do have a roof over our head. We have food to eat. We have, place to sleep. We are able to shower. The comfort of living is not to our standards, but it always can be worse, right? That has been my, thinking. But we could have ended up in a shelter or on the street, something like that, before we moved here. So, yeah, I just try to hang on to that thinking. I try to remind myself about that. Because, people always have it worse than you have it. But I always believe that should never take away from your problems, your own problems. Someone's always going to have it worse, but that doesn't mean that discounts however you're feeling, whatever you're going through. So, yeah, that's just a neighbors from hell. I can't wait to move out of this hellhole. And my whole plan is once we have a place to move to, we gonna, I don't know about my mother, but I'm gonna be so loud. It's gonna be payback. Like packing up at 6 a.m. in the morning, playing my music, like trash. They not trash though. They're alright. But yeah, trash. Seriously, the worst place I've ever lived in my life. And I've lived in like quite a few. I moved around quite a few times. A lot actually. And this is just by far the worst place I've ever lived. But yeah, that's the end of the rant. It's all over the place. But it is what it is. Alright, signing off. If you like this video, give it a like. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Show some love. Hit that notification bell if you haven't already, so you can get notified for whenever I drop a video. That's it. Bye.